YouTubers, welcome back to AZ2 Ozarks. I figured I'd give you a little update on Sasha, the Great Pyrenees livestock guardian dog. Well, you can see that she is shaping up to be a phenomenal dog for our farm. Here she is in one of her favorite places during the heat of the day, which is under the deck of the house. And the chickens like to hang out with her too. And you can see that she just largely ignores them. She kind of keeps an eye on them. They drink out of her water dish, but she just hangs out and lets them do their thing, which is really wonderful. So she doesn't chase them or bite them or grab them or any of those things. So we are really excited that she's just turning out to be such a good pup. Throughout the day, you'll see Sasha laying around the yard in different areas. And here she was kind of at a place where she could keep an eye on both the goats and the chickens. And she likes to keep an eye on everybody. She sleeps a lot during the day, but that's okay. She's still kind of keeping an eye on things, and I'm sure she has her ears open and alert. As you can see, Murphy and Sasha are getting along famously. They like to roughhouse and play a lot. Although this morning Murphy chased a chicken, he just likes to make them balk and flap and all of that fun stuff. And Sasha actually went after Murphy. She growled at him and bit at his neck a little bit. Nothing to hurt him, but she was letting him know that that kind of behavior was not acceptable. And while Murphy has her in a dominant position, she's actually stronger than him, and she can put him in his place quite easily when she wants to. So I want to tell you a cool story from a couple nights ago about our little Sasha here. She's obviously a very loving and friendly pup, which is surprising because when we researched this type of dog, it said that they're not really a good family dog. They're kind of aloof to people, but she has turned out to be super personable and loving and loves our attention. But let's get back to a couple nights ago. She had been off her lead, and I believe it was either her first or her second night that she was going to spend the night off of her lead. And so we just went to bed like normal. Around 3 in the morning, she woke me up with barking, and she just kept barking. So I went out onto the deck to see what was going on with her, and she's just standing on the deck right next to me, and she was barking, and I could hear something scurrying, and I could see a little flash of movement next to the deck. And so I went back inside and put on my boots and got a flashlight and grabbed the .22 rifle, because we keep that right by the back door. And I came back outside and walked down the steps off of the deck, and Sasha stayed right next to me, walked next to me, and she's just growling this fierce growl right next to me. And with the flashlight, I could see there were 2 armadillos. And so they had run a little bit, because they heard me walking down off the deck. They had run a little bit of a distance down next to my garden, but they were still outside the gate. And so with the flashlight, I could see them clearly, and I took a first shot and hit the first one, and they like jump. And in my experience, the .22 isn't usually enough to actually terminate an armadillo, but the first one took off running back towards the forest. And then immediately I fired and shot the second one, and that one jumped and kind of went towards the garden. Well, they were gone, and much to my delight, Sasha did not chase them. I was so happy. She just stayed right next to me. Our beagle totally would have chased them and would have been in the forest. I don't want her chasing things and attacking things where she could get hurt, or any number of things could happen. I mean, really, her job is to guard and alert, and she did just that. She was guarding me, and she was alerting that there was an intruder. And I was really happy the next morning. I got up and I was out walking around by my garden, and I found one of the armadillos. So it was a really good shot, that in one shot it could take out the armadillo. But that's kind of been an example of how awesome this Great Pyrenees livestock guardian dog has been. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just kind of our update on Sasha the Guardian dog. She's not amazing because we have some super awesome technique of training her, because really we didn't know what we were doing. You can see she's getting really big though, and it's something in their genetics. So I guess if you get a good, well-bred Great Pyrenees pup, you can expect to have a very intelligent dog that knows what they're supposed to do. And really, I think we got quite lucky with her. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to keep following Sasha's adventure.